So you're in an 8-team fantasy basketball league, and you're thinking to yourself, where can I find some content to help me win my championship? I feel like we're the redheaded stepchildren. No one talks about 8-team fantasy basketball leagues. And you know what? Some people even hate on them. In this episode, you found your people. We're going to conduct an 8-team fantasy basketball mock draft. We believe every NBA fan should play fantasy basketball. So here we are in the draft room. I am picking from the 8th position, which in an 8-teamer is actually my dream come true. I'm going to get so much value on the turn here. I'm going to get 2 picks. It's just going to be an amazing time. Now, I know some folks are out there like, man, like, why they doing 10-team leagues, man? Like, all 8-team leagues, man. We don't need that. Listen, look. They got people out here doing 4-team leagues, and that's okay too. When people league shame, it is one of the things that irritates me the most about fantasy sports. Like, what part of the game is that? Like, you with your imaginary team, right? Playing pretend, right? We're playing pretend, right? To be pretend general managers, and you gonna clown somebody else for being in the 8-team league? Get over yourself. Come on, man. What? Where they do that at? I'm just saying. Just saying. So we are literally 13 seconds from this thing going down. Let's get it popping. All right. So my man Heck is up first. Heck is not going to be playing any games. This I can promise you. My man Heck is not playing no games with y'all tonight. There'll be no pleasantries. It's just hardcore sniping. Coming for blood. Okay. So first pick is off the board. It is no surprise that Nikola Jokic was the first pick. We'll go ahead and put up the board here. And I'm going to talk through some of my rankings while we do this. And this is right on par with what I'm doing for my current redraft points league rankings. We got Nikola Jokic at 1, Victor Wembanyama at 2. At 3, I have SGA. Giannis goes 3. At 4, we got SGA. 5, we got Luka. Now, 6 is where it gets interesting. We have Anthony Davis on the board. I'm praying and hoping Cade falls to me, but he does not. So since Cade doesn't fall to me here, I'm going to go ahead and grab Anthony Edwards. So I'm going to pick Ant-Man here. And then on the turn, I'm going to go against ESPN's recommendation. They would like me to take Sabonis according to their pre-draft rankings, LeBron James and Trae Young. I'm going to take Trae Young here. I really like Trae Young in this area. I have him on 9 for my rankings, so this is perfect. I got the 8 and 9. I got Edwards at 8, and I got Trae Young at 9. Those are perfectly aligned with where I am on my rankings. So let's get back to the board here. I won't be picking for another 3 years. Right? It's going to be a minute. So let me go ahead and just check out what my fam is saying over here. My man Miguel says, speaking facts. You already know, my guy. Come on, man. You know, top is off, boobies is out, hair blowing in the freaking wind. Convertible status. Let's get back to the recap. Okay. So after Anthony Edwards and Trae Young, we have Devin Booker at the 2-2. So that's a great pick. A little early for my taste. I would probably have gotten him a little later, but that's okay. Domantas Sabonis off the board at the 2-3. Then James Harden at the 2-4. Karl Anthony Towns at the 2-5. And then Tyrese Maxey at the 2-6. So in this area here, just to give you some insight from my rankings, I got Trae Young at the 2-1, Harden at the 2-2. Karl Anthony Towns at the 2-3, Sabonis at the 2-4, Booker at the 2-5, Maxey at the 2-6, Banchero at the 2-7, and then I would go LeBron James at the 2-8. Right now, we got Harden at the 2-4, Karl Anthony Towns at the 2-5, Tyrese Maxey at the 2-6, Donovan Mitchell at the 2-7. That's too early for me. And I think sometimes when you do an 8-teamer, or if you're in an 8-team league, some people who draft in other spaces might just start thinking like it's not an 8-teamer. No, That's a little too early for my taste for Donovan Mitchell in an 8-team league. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Alperen Şengün at the 2-8. Steph Curry at the 3-1. LeBron, father of time, James at the 3-2. Zubats at the 3-3. Come on, man. What? Where they do that at? Is Kevin Durant is still out there? Yo, Paulo Banchero finally off the board at the 3-4. I gotta lock in. Let me lock in. Let me get focused because I'm about to eat. KD still. Oh, KD's off the board. Dang. That really chaps my hide. Crapola. Man, I was feeling good about getting KD there. It's okay. Let's see who else is hanging around here. So did Mobley go off the board? Looks like Mobley might still be around. Let me search Mobley. My fellow draftmates are do this play-by-play. Let me see if Mobley around. Yes, so Mobley's here. I'm okay with Mobley here. I'm totally fine with Mobley here. I just want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row here. I'm going to draft Mobley here. I'm completely fine with this. This is my pick. I am very happy about that. Next up, I feel like I want to swing for the fences a little bit. I think I want to swing for the fences a little bit. Let me get my man, if he's still here. You got to be really careful with this scrolling feature. I'm going to grab LaMelo Ball here. So I'm going to grab LaMelo Ball. Just to give you context, I might have. No, I think that's okay for where I have LaMelo ranked. I have LaMelo ranked at 24. So I think that's okay where I picked him. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. Not having any buyer's remorse. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Okay, so let's get back to this recap. Go board view here. After Zubats, we have Paulo Banchero at the 3-4. Josh Giddey at the 3-5. Come on, man. What? Yo, the Gidler goes before Kevin Durant. Yo, come on. Can we take a minute and just highlight that? I hope that people are right about Josh Giddey. Because I'm relatively high on him, right? I'm like Method Man and Redman high on him. Some people are like bath salt high on him. Huh? Come on, man. Like this, like rolling around like in your birthday suit on the ground crazy about him. I am not there, but it is what it is. It's just a part of life now. Josh Giddey going off the board early. All right. After the Gidler, we got KD. The Gidler goes before KD. Jalen Johnson at the 3-7. I grabbed Mobley at the 3-8. On the turn, I also grabbed LaMelo Ball. I love 8-team leagues, y'all. Come on, man. Amen. Pray to heaven. Thompson at the 4-2. Jalen Brunson at the 4-3. Zion. Listen, Zion's nickname has been Zion, how the mighty have fallen. Let me know in the comments. I need a brand new nickname for Zion Williamson because I feel I can't even call him how the mighty have fallen the way this brother is looking these days. He's out here. He's putting Luka to shame. Like, come on, man. I'm just saying. So Zion to be determined nickname Williamson. At the 4-5, we got Jalen Williams. Pascal Siakam. Bam Bam Adebayo. Scotty Tuhati Barnes at the 4-8. Top of the 5th, Franz Wagner. At the 5-2, that is, Ja. With the blicky in the nightclub Miranda. At the 5-3, we got Jaylen Brown. At the 5-4, Chet Holmgren. That is value. Woo! I love that. Jamal Murray at the 6. Jamal Murray at the 5-5. Jamal Murray at the 5-5. Let me lock in because it is time for my pick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am in the 5th round with my 5th round pick. Let me lock in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's see what we got here. See what kind of goodness we got left over here. So I got De'Aaron Fox here, which I think is a great deal. Also got Dyson Daniels, which I'll be completely fine with. De'Aaron Fox is out. I'm going to grab Dyson Daniels here. Yeah, I'll grab Dyson Daniels. I don't think I've drafted much Dyson Daniels. On the turn, I like Bring the Pain Bane here. I like DeMar DeRozan here. I haven't drafted much DeMar DeRozan. I might have to do it. I got Desmond Bane higher. Also like Murray here, but I'm gonna do my panic pick. DeMar, not like us, DeRozan. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. You a fan, you a fan, you a fan. Burger, you a 69 guy. Bum, 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 bum. They not like us. Let's get back to the recap. All right, so let's get back up in here. After John Morant, we have Jaylen Brown. Then we have Chet Holmgren at the 5'4", Jamal Murray at the 5'5", Cooper Flagg at the 5'6", Nikola Vucevic at the 5'7", Dyson, the Merchant of Theft, Daniels, a.k.a. the Burglar, at the 5'8". I grabbed DeMar, not like us, DeRozan at the 6'1". Denny Baby Jordan Avdia at the 6'2". Love that pick. Jalen Green at the 6'3". Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 6'4". Derek White at the 6'5", and then De'Aaron Fox at the 6'6". I would have been okay with De'Aaron Fox earlier on, but I think that's value getting him later on. He's dropping, and that injury is scaring people, but he'll be back. You just miss him for a little bit of time. After De'Aaron Fox, somebody I am not as high on, Austin Reeves. Somebody I am super high on, Desmond, Bring the Pain Bane at the 6'8". My man. My man Miguel said, Dagidla. Dagidla. WTF says, what's your take on Ryan Kalkbrenner? I think if he gets the minutes, he's going to produce. He's going to be one of the highest producing rookies if he gets some minutes in Charlotte. And I'm targeting him late in most of my 12-team draft. So love Kalkbrenner. All right. After Desmond Bring the Pain Bane, we got Kobe White. After Kobe, we got Miles Turner. And I'm gonna just go ahead and start lining up like my players because I'm not about to do a panic pick again. I'm not gonna like have another panic pick. Ooh, there's some interesting individuals around here in this area. There's one player in particular I don't want to draft right now, but I'm interested. I'm very interested. I don't know if they'll fall to me. I'm not going to say their name out loud because I know that you creeps will snipe him from me. But it is what it is. And listen, you got to do what you got to do sometimes in fantasy, man. You got to make your decisions and you got to live with them. And even though this is a mock draft, I'm trying to operate with a real life mentality to give you guys as much value as humanly possible. With that said, ooh, there's some goodness out here right now. Good gosh. I don't know what to do with myself, but I got to do something. I'm going to grab OG. Jeez Louise, I love OG Anunoby. And then the next one, I don't want Zach LaVine. And I'm considering Hero and throwing him in my stash for later. But there's some other dude. There's another dude that I want. I'm taking Kristaps Porzingis. I'm doing it. If he's healthy, we talking top 40 upside. Let's get it. Shish kebabs, man. You think I don't be out here playing the field? Come on, ma. All right, let's get back to the recap. After After Miles Turner, we have Jimmy, $100 cup of coffee, Butler. At the 7-4, we got Jalen Duren. Kawhi, busted thigh, Leonard at the 7-5. Trey Murphy the third. Trey Murphy the third at the 7-6. At the 7-7, we got Julius Randle. My man at the 7-8, OG Anunoby. I just love OG. I'm sorry. I just love him. Kristaps Porzingis at the 8-1. Mark Williams at the 8-2. I love that freaking pick. At the 8-3, we got Mikal Bridges. Not mad at that at all. At all. At all. My man Hector says, what do you think of the Magic this year? You think the new big three will all average 20-plus points per game? That's a really good question. I don't know if Franz is going to get up there, but I think Franz will contribute in other areas. So I think his value is going to be solidified for fantasy. I think both Bane and Banchero will both average more than 20. And I think Banchero will continue to ascend. I think some people fear that Desmond Bane coming into the team will negatively impact his scoring. I don't know if that will happen. He is clearly the guy there, and I think he'll continue to ascend. I love that question. Let's get back to the recap. After OG Anunoby, I grabbed Kristaps Porzingis. We got Mark Williams, Mikal Bridges, Zach, watch your back, Levine, Anthony Simons, Jakob Poeltl, and Jared Allen. I need to get a sip of my drink, and then I'm going to answer Bro What You Doing's question. He has a great question. So Bro What You Doing wants to know, what's your opinion on AR-15? So I like him. I think he's a good fantasy player. I do believe that we never got a full dose of Luka and healthy LeBron. And then you throw in the mix. Now we also have Ayton. I just think it's way too many mouths to feed. And I have concerns that he'll be able to return the type of value that people are paying for him in drafts right now. So let me lock in and see what who I want to grab here. Man, Joel is just calling me, man. And now I'm thinking about stash. Now, especially in an 8-teamer, this makes a little more sense to me. I understand that LaMelo is an injury risk. I understand that Porzingis is an injury risk. But man, I might just with an 8-teamer, I might just have to grab. I gotta grab one of these guys. I gotta grab Garland. I gotta grab Hero. I gotta grab Embiid. I gotta do something. I just cannot go another round without grabbing one of these guys. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna just have to go Hero. I think at this point in the draft, I cannot be mad at that. Come on, man. Where they do that at? I'm not gonna let him fall any further. Not gonna grab another injured person, even though I am tempted to do it. I'm gonna go an upside play here. I'm gonna go with Alex Sarr. But listen. If I didn't draft LaMelo and Porzingis already, I might have considered grabbing Embiid there. Because dag, he just people are just and that's the beautiful thing about drafting with no auto drafters, guys, is that when you get real humans in the mix and you can look at the draft board, you can see what's happening in people's minds. When you're doing the auto draft thing, they're just going to take the first person that's available. You know what I'm saying? Where here you see people are fading, people are fading Joel Embiid it's nobody's business. They're straight skipping over him and drafting Andrew Nembhard, Jordan Poole, Kevin Porter Jr., Brandon Miller. All of these people are going before Joel Embiid, and finally we got Joel off the board. Darius Garland finally goes off the board. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Listen, if you didn't know, we have an entire community, guys. People who live, breathe, and sleep and poop fantasy basketball. And you're like, where are my people? Where are the people who are doing 8-team leagues? Where are the people who are doing 10-team leagues? 12, 14, 16, huh? My man Austin got a 20-team league he's drafting for soon. Come on, man. They're at Believe in Fantasy. If you want to join us, all you have to do is visit believeinfantasy.com. That will get you access to our free Discord community. You also get access to our free newsletter. We usually drop 2 to 3 episodes of that every single week. You will also get entered to win our season 5 giveaway prizes. We're giving away a $100 Amazon gift card. We're giving away a bunch of NBA rookie cards, including Halliburton, Edwards, Dagon Mobley, Maxey, and we're also giving away a PSA graded Cade Cunningham rookie card. To enter, all you have to do is visit believeinfantasy.com. We ask you to fill out a brief little survey just so we can serve you better. But other than that, the Discord, the newsletter, all free for you. Visit believeinfantasy.com. All right, let's get back to the recap. After, geez Louise, I'm behind on my work, man. I gotta get my stuff together, man. I'm just out here playing games, man. So after Zach LaVine, we had Anthony Simons, Jakob Poeltl, Jared Allen, Michael Porter Jr., Lauri Markkanen, Josh Hart, Miles Bridges, Asar Thompson, Brandon Miller, Kevin Porter Jr. at the 9-7, DeAndre Ayton, Hero at the 9-8, Sar at the 10-1, Poole at the 10-2, Aaron Nemhard at the 10-3, Embiid, Garland, RJ Barrett, Andrew Wiggins, and I'm up. Let me make a pick. Let's see what we got here. This is where I would start swinging for the fences now. So I got 3 picks left. Oh, I'm grabbing Norman Powell for the first one. Oh my gosh. I love that pick. Give me Norman Powell. He's going to cook. He's going to cook, especially at the beginning of the season. Oh my gosh, he's going to cook. I'm looking at Peyton Pritchard here, looking at Hartenstein here. Yeah, I'm going to grab Peyton. I don't think I grabbed any Peyton Pritchard yet. Let's do it. Let's take some Peyton. All right, cool. Let's get back to the recap. After Jordan leave the kids at the pool with the baddies at the 10-2, we have Andrew Nemhard at the 10-3, Joel Embiid at the 10-4, Darius Garland at the 10-5, RJ Barrett at the 10-6, Andrew Wiggins at the 10-7. That's value. Not mad at that. At the 10-8, Rudy Gobert. 11-1, Stephon Castle. Early, but I'll take it. 11-2, Christian Brown. Maybe. Walker Kessler at the 11-3. Value. Yes. Oh, my guy. Matas Buzelis off the board at the 11-4. I love that freaking pick. Emmanuel Quickly, somebody who's getting slept on right now, at the 11-5. Ace Bailey off the board at the 11-6. Onyeka Okongwu at the 11-7. Norman Powell at the 11-8. I grabbed Peyton Pritchard at the 12-1. Tariq Eason at the 12-2. I love it. Khalil Ware at the 12-3. Isaiah Hartenstein at the 12-4. And Brandon Ingram at the 12-5. I love that pick. Well, actually, let me stop lying. I don't really love that pick. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brandon Ingram. I think it's value if he plays. I'm just staying away from Brandon Ingram. I don't want any parts of it. Okay, we got a big question from my man Heck. Heck says, I got the 7th pick in my 10 team. Most likely going to end up taking Cade in the 2nd round. Cat, AD, Ant, Paolo, Booker, and Şengün will most likely be taken. I'm thinking of taking LeBron. Thoughts? I love LeBron this season. Look, the thing about LeBron that we got to be really comfortable with is understanding that the man is playing for legacy and records. So there were a few years ago where LeBron was on the bench drinking wine and stuff like that, resting games. He won't be doing that. He's going to be trying to chase these records. So I'm all for grabbing your man out there. All right, cool. So let's get quickly to the recap. After Brandon Ingram, we got John Collins, Shaedon Sharpe, Ben Mathurin, Yegor Yauman. I've been saying Yegor's name all wrong. I've been calling your man Igor. Lord, give me the strength. Lord, give me the strength. I've been calling your man Igor. His name is Yegor. But in my defense, he let people call him that when he came to the country. He's finally speaking up like, that's not my name. My name is Yegor. My apologies. After Yegor, we have Scottie Pippen Jr., Santi Aldama, Nas, Reed. Really quick, I got to shout out my man Hector here. He says, best basketball Discord out there. I love that comment. Appreciate that, my brother. After Nas Reed, we have Donovan Clingan. That is valuable work. I love it. Keontae George, I don't give a shit, Sue puppy. If he's available in this area in your 8-teamer, you grab him. Great pick. And then at the 13-7, my man Mark is up right now. You know Mark is going to come with the heat. He's coming with the heat. He grabs Bradley Beal. Love that pick. And then with my final pick, I get the last pick of the draft. I'm looking at TJ McConnell here. I'm looking at Cam Thomas here. Chris Paul, Drew Holiday, Yves Meese. Oh, I'm going to grab Kyrie. I'm going to just throw Kyrie in the stash. I'm going to just throw Kyrie in the stash there. I'm going to just do that. All right, so let me rate my supremely injured team. And if you didn't know, this is our tradition here at Believe in Fantasy. At the end of every one of my mock drafts, I give myself an honest rating on our world famous 1 through 5 GOAT rating. 1 being the worst and 5th being the best. Let's get it. Anthony Edwards, yes. Trae Young, yes. Evan Mobley, yes. LaMelo Ball, yes. Dyson Daniels, yes. DeMar DeRozan, yes. OG Anunoby. In this area, there were some other players that I could have considered. I give myself a maybe here. Kristaps Porzingis, because of health concerns, maybe. But if he plays, top 40 potential. Tyler Hero's banged up. We know he's going to come back, but when is he going to come back? And how long will the ramp up be? Maybe. Alex Sarr, yes. In this area, love it. Norman Powell, I give him a maybe just because I know he'll put on for the city while Hero is out, but what does his everyday full healthy roster production look like? So I'm going to give him a maybe. Peyton Pritchard, yes. And Kyrie Irving, maybe. We don't know what his ramp up is going to look like. So I think I had a pretty solid draft, especially in the 8-teamer. You got to draft an all-star team, but I want to be really mindful of the value that we get. And I think the OG pick and then maybe the Hero, Powell, and Porzingis picks flawed the draft. So I'm going to give myself a 3 out of 5 GOAT rating. Now that you know who to pick in your 8-team fantasy basketball league, check out this playlist with all of our mock drafts.